Abu Kennedy wa hina Japan ana akɔkyerɛ na adwene. Na adwene wo kyerɛ wo nkɔfo ntimi nte saa asɛm na siw. Sɛ obi ɛka na asɛm. Ɔno na akɔ ne forum. Wafre ɛyɛ nkwada a ɔmokɔ sukuu ɛna ɔno ɔmo yɛ program. Nti program na ɔmo yɛ no obi abusa question. Obusa ɔno abo sei no nso akyerɛ na adwene fa ho. Nti program na se no ana ɔno Abu Kennedy wa hina Japan ɛkyerɛ na adwene. Ɛde fa Sammy Gyamfi ɛne agrada sika na abeto dwamu obi a ɛka bi no. Ɔyɛ Ghana ni otimi ka bi. Nti komani o obi aka bi. Ghana fo se ɔmo nte asɛm na se. Sɛ ɔno Abu Ken ɛkyerɛ na adwene ɛwɔ asɛm na asi no. Papa ya asɛm a wɔ kanso emu da hɔ. Ɔse John Dramani Mahama apaden ɛyɛ Sammy Gyamfi. Na ɛyɛ ɔno na ɛyɛ president ya nkobe inadi asɛm wɔ ntɔkwa me no. Wankase Ghana fo nyina mo nte ase na me nkoyi na di o. Emse mo antitwi na papa ne kae. Wankase Ghana fo nyina nte na ase. Ɔse ɔno na ɛyɛ president ya nkobe inadi asɛm wɔ ntɔkwa me no. Ɔyɛ president, ɔnyɛ president. Me ba cha ɔyɛ Mahama. Onye Mahama, me pacho oye Sammy Gyamfi. Onye Sammy Gyamfi. Ose eye onu na ye president ya. Nkube yi Sammy Gyamfi adi. Ana obesa akada fi the position. Na wa wo so won tiase na me na ho na me tiase say onu na adwene da ni tirim no wo kire no. Oso microphone no mu de ba na num no waka no, de ba ni tirim no waka no. Enti wo so hu ni say Sammy Gyamfi obesa o da so nya ne position a. Eye wo wasem, enye wo no Abu Kennedy Japan asem. Eye wo problem no. Solve problem no so go for intimate sa asem na se o so obi a wa adwene da ne tirim obetima kire ma for intimate sa asem na se se chinchina wo so obi kan de wo obi tirim yenye ne sa se me meti yi na me de wo wo tirim se me kan no ma me ne ma kan no ma wo fra na wa kan de wo wo tirim ba me tirim de na me kan ono obon so de no wo kan de wo ni tirim no wa kan wo no so de ofa microphone no de abesi ne tirim e no wa kan enti wo so won ti ase no wa also won ti ase no eye wo na wo asabo Ghana o me dey ambese me tin ensem bi ase mbese o se wa wo ti ase obetima kire me kakra ade na obi ntimi nche na adwene wa abra obi enko obi problem ye nyina te Ghana ono abose ono de ono ye president anko be Sammy adi onye president enti ntimi nyina di wa che na adwene wo so wo adwa so wo che na adwene se ono na nko che hwan adwene wo adwene da de tirim ono de wo tirim waka onti ase akwana kwahyepo ono abose ono anko be Sammy Gyamfi adi onti ase akwana kwahyepo mumia nwini ye hu masa future president da so nansi ofori ye den a our future president ene da so no what I say efnadu ye bu aye den a this is our future president on da so no mumpu on da so the chairman general the future president say ayo no a ko be Sammy Gyamfi adi Ghana fo bi mu ni yakum omuti apai say ade na ono Abu Kennedy Japan akoka sa asem no e wa abonten me pa chawo question aye busa ne say ono Abu ni ho kwan say o che na adwene as Ghana ni ana eye question aye busa.
Nepotism, we always employ square pegs in a round hole. So it's a canker that we need to solve or resolve. So I'm glad you brought it up. Favoritism is what is killing this country. No doubt about it. You know, recently in the news, you hear Agrada and Sammy Gyamfi. You know, if I were the president, I'll fire Sammy Gyamfi right away, not even a second, because the evidence is clear. I don't need to go and do any investigation to serve as a deterrent. Young men and women complete their university education, they did their national services, and even national service, you have to pay to get a good company to work with. If you don't know a politician, you cannot even do your national service. All these things are impeding progress, and because of that, because of nepotism, we always employ square pegs in a round hole. So it's a canker that we need to solve or resolve. So I'm glad you brought it up.
Okay. Eti asema ono Abu Kennedy Japan kan yi. oba comment section ma babs say obi a chibiche na adwene patient say onokura nko beji na di obi a say 100% right so chere na adwene tieni pa ono abudi nkomo for almost 2 hours wo program no mo ye na se o nkomo nko di almost 2 hours and one students ni share o mudi nkomo won se nkofo atima akokate baabi ba ko pe na o kan sa asem we no eno na e trend o asem kropotin pan ti okoshie student na brati nyankopon enipa tuntum ze bi mu ha adwini o 2 hours nkomo okodi o program we exam 1910 and we din common wo educate eye students no e kire omo de ye kole de ye ba business wise nia de ade o ma timan kate nkomo no ori eru o ma kate ba bi o kan grade ade no pe na etrene Ezen kwasi asem trends ni nyanza sam se de sofu bi kan ye no ayampa 100% enkomo ankasa ho no abukodi ye eni afutu ode ma students no eni kon fa so kan sam tu o mofoni a ni nyina amba o agrada eni sabi Gyamfi de ne pe eni na etrende we ni kire enipa dom na dwene edo mutirimu we no e kire enipa dom no e da Ghana no ama dwene de bi mutirimu no we ni kire sa de ni nyina because ubebusa ho se enti enkomo ben na ono abo ko hokodi ye na ebanesen wo kan sa asem we na enkomo we nko anti na ofo ka ekobo sa edwa we ko frɛ nkwara na na kwahye nkofo busa no enti sa enkomo tententen wo ho munsam na nkasa no wo ho eni akate 1 seconds we no a o kan grad ade se wona ye president obeyi na di no eno mo etu enu fam framam etenema honorable oko Central University me dase pa Skywalker me dase e wono kodi sa nkomo we students egu mebre eno obi abusa questions honorable enti say ne be say ye be de ne say ye we school say eno ono madi nkomo kama o we question kitwa we 30 seconds pero se say ro ko kire eno cancel almost 3 hours nkomo kodi ye ni na eno mo trend sa nkomo we ni Sammy Gyamfi de na o kan no pe eno mo trend nipa dom no pensemu hunu esne nsem papa ensem fun no nipa no pen mo esne nsem papa sa na system ne tie o de ka membet na hey nanka kwana babet na sa nanka ma woro mata nanka menufu nkitinkiti nyina aguso na maboneke nanka me ka obese betre ni sisi a jimi trend mo sa na system ne tie sa na ye system ne aye no sa na tie jimi no enne trend ye ti ka betre na sa nanka ma woro me ho so hu na me tweke na me jimi ebe kosisi a sana ye ne de abiode ye de nam na kwaye ti se ubeye nyansa se mam na trend na ne ya na ho odin ti wu jimi ene be trend ti wono abu kokasa almost 3 hours no eno na trend yo eno inform hu Sammy Gyamfi asem no kokan se ono na ye president yanko beyi na di no ene trend ye because of the intia enipa dom no penkwase yakeka mpo pensem hunu what you say because also why president ya no be na di me pa cho president onye president me pa cho mahama onye mahama oye Sammy Gyamfi onye Sammy oye agrada onye agrada oye Ghana ni a obitima kire na adwene wo kire na adwene akire ne nkofo na omuye program wa obuafu a wo se edi nti na wo ka sa asem no o point pan ne sen ontimi nkasa frati nyankopon.
Young men and women complete their university education, they did their national services, and even national service, you have to pay to get a good company to work with. If you don't know a politician, you cannot even do your national service. All these things are impeding progress, and because of that, because of nepotism, we always employ square pegs in a round hole. So it's a canker that we need to solve or resolve. So I'm glad you brought.
What I say? Eti fache, men fache no, enye hwe, ye de achew, ye pa achew. Eno na ono abodi hu nkomo no. Osi enye. O sa de ni yetimi jai. Na sa de na free system ni mu a, ebema enoma ayedin. Asem tintin nyina ni. Nti mu amobu afu se ono abo aka sa asem we mi pa achew. O mti ase akọ na kwahyepo. Onti ase afakọ high court. Obetimi akọ high court. no akọ report on abo the ama lawyer so say on a president obey Sammy Gyamfi adi kwana kọ report ma police wo wasem wakyere na adwene wutimi so nye ne foku ono abo na akasa no o say wono a obey Sammy Gyamfi adi na aye na ho e de ama maka no ti.
Today we are talking about dollar. I hear in the news all over. The economists will tell you if they are fair and they are not playing politics with it. It is not a magic from NDC government. It's not a magic from MPP government that is bringing the dollar down. It is Trump and his policies towards the rest of the world's economy that people are not demanding dollars as expected. So the dollars are sitting there. Now they are competing with China. So whatever they are saying, if Trump and the world come together again, you will see that our country did not put or implement any policies that will bring the dollar down. So whatever you are seeing here is temporal. I am telling you, it's temporal. It is not any economic gurus in this country that is causing the Cedi to appreciate and the dollar to depreciate. It is the world market that they are not demanding the dollars as much as they used to. That is why there's no competition and supply of dollar is exceeding the demand. As simple as that. These are basic economics principles. So we have to be careful with what they are saying about interest rate and all those things. It's not magic. It is the world economy that is falling apart. And the demand for the dollar has gone down.
You put your dollars in a bank account. It is okay. We are happy with that. But
I need to spend it the way I want.
No, wait. So you can only get dollars if indeed you are going to use it for a dollar-denominated transaction.
Well, why should the BoG bother? It's my dollars.
No,
I put it there.
If you take it, because the central bank is supposed to regulate the use of our legal tender, and our legal tender is the Cedi. So if you go to the bank to buy to take your dollars to go and buy fufu, you don't buy fufu in dollars. We will give you Cedis to go and buy fufu.
But if there's a fufu seller who wants to sell the fufu
because that is illegal. Go and read our laws. Nobody
so what happens
is supposed
to in
to.
All these schools billing us fees in dollars.
So we are getting there. It's a gradual. That's
but
what
I haven't seen any action.
I said it's not an event. It's a process.
No, but this is a simple.
What we are doing is that you are not allowing me to give you a complete picture of the things we are doing.
We have a long time.
No,
except
we
that
don't
you
have,
make things that needs to be interrogated.
No, and I'm saying that
because
you see,
there's some low-hanging fruits that what you've said.
And those are the ones we are targeting. Which one?
The fundamental one. The reason why the dollar is what it is that you just touched on is that this is a dollarized economy.
And we are saying that you can no longer speculate with a bank account in dollars. Because when you put the money in dollars into a bank account, we'll give you the dollars only when you need it for a dollar-denominated transaction outside of our country. Because dollars must be spent outside, not inside. But if you need the dollar to go and spend on, say, Cedi-denominated transaction, we'll give you the Cedis.
But this is theory.
That is what's happening. The reality is that
which economy?
Go and put your money in your bank account and go and get it, whether you get a dollar in Ghana here.
I go to the bank all the time to take
my
dollars.
And you take dollars?
Then nobody asks me
dollars.
My own
when
money.
Was the last time you did that?
Unless
it's illegal.
No,
you can't be giving dollars on the counter.
No. Unless I am going with Cedis in the hopes that I'll get dollars from the bank. I'm buying the dollars from the bank.
You won't be so.
That they require.
You won't
that I have a visa. I have a flight ticket.
Yeah, that's when you are traveling.
Yes.
You see, because you are going to spend the money outside.
But when I have a dollar account in the bank.
Yes.
And I go to withdraw my dollars. Nobody's going to ask me when I'm going to use it.
I'm telling you, go and draw it tomorrow.
That is sure.
Now, it's a fact.
No, nobody. You don't have a dollar account. You do.
I'm saying that you can't take dollar over the counter. As we speak today.
When I have a dollar account?
Yes, but you can't take it.
Why can't
you will
I
be
take
giving
it?
Cedi equivalent.
That doesn't happen anywhere.
Well, it's happening today in Ghana now, so maybe pay attention.
I
that is what you
want to withdraw my dollars.
To do. Which bank? Which bank gave you that?
All the banks do that.
No, which bank did you do that?
But why?
I am saying I will prompt the regulator that bank is violating very simple rules.
Let's go to the very principle of what you're saying.
Yes.
You're saying that I work in Ghana and I earn dollars.
Yes.
I go to the bank because you say don't keep my dollars in my room. So I go to the bank because you are creating a banking system.
Yes.
Go to the bank, deposit my hard-earned dollars.
Whatever. You can
And
sweat
I
blood.
go
you can sweat blood and get the dollars.
To withdraw my dollars. You say they'll give
you
me
withdraw the dollars to buy fufu in Ghana. We won't allow that.
No,
we
but,
will give
but
you cedis.
why do you care what I'm going to use my
We
dollar
care
for?
because the laws of Ghana do not allow businessmen to receive and make payments in dollars.
Why? If I'm
because
paid
it's
in
illegal.
dollars.
Your legal tender
So
is the cedi, and that is what created the problem.
Principle. If I work
Which
in
is
Ghana
not
and I
about
earn
principle;
dollars,
it's about law.
what the law
It's about
says,
law. The law says you
I
cannot.
can't withdraw my own dollars from the counter.
No, you will be giving cedis because your legal tender is cedis. In fact, there's a Bank of Ghana notice that prohibits somebody withdrawing dollars over the counter.
When it is your own bank account.
Yes, in fact, you can actually swear blood. So it's because of this type of arguments that you were paying 17, 18 cedis for the dollar.
But Mr. Adongo, what you're actually saying is that I should never bother putting in the dollars in the bank
we don't care how you interpret it, but
that's what it is. This is a rational
economic
being
and I'm saying that
the next time I earn my dollars legitimately,
Ghanaians are
I'm not going to I'll take the ground in my house and put it there.
How many can you put in your house? You run the risk of people stealing your money, okay? And when people steal your money, you realize that it was much safer to put the dollar in a bank and take a cedi for it.
Why?
How much can you keep under your pillow?
This cedi that somersaults so
frequently. It is the reason, and now that is the reason.
Why would I take my dollars into a bank and go and take the cedi?
Because,
who does that?
Because we want the dollar to be as stable as possible, even appreciate. And you are saying we should allow you to play games with the dollar, speculate with the dollar, keep the dollar account, and go and withdraw dollars when you don't need dollars in Ghana. Then you go to Osu and you are brandishing dollars to buy properties and things in Osu.
If God blesses me, I managed to take my kid to one of those international schools where they charge in dollars. And I go to the bank to withdraw my dollars to go and pay.
You won't be giving dollars. I am telling you, you won't be giving dollars.
It is
against Bank of Ghana. No, it is an existing Bank of Ghana regulation. You are telling me that you and your banks, whichever, I want you to mention that bank that violated simple notice. Don't give people dollars over the counter. Do you have an example of that bank? Can you give me?
So why do the banks issue us dollar checks?
They do?
Mr. Adongo, what are you talking about?
I don't know what you're saying.
Are you in this economy?
No, I'm saying that today. Take it from me.
Why do the banks issue us dollar checks?
Because I don't know about that, but I'm saying
pound checks.
And they take.
And you can go to the counter and sign on the dotted line your check.
When was the last time
and withdraw?
When was the last time you did that?
I mean, but they issue the check. Are you saying you don't know?
I don't care about those checks. I'm saying that the effect is that you can't go and withdraw dollars over the counter.
I mean, that's what I want to clarify. Is it something you want to now enforce?
It is something enforced. Go and find out.
It's the one thing being on the logbooks and one thing
it's enforced.
It's enforced.
Yes.
I am fascinated.
Yeah, you should be fascinated.
By your insistence that I have a bank account, the bank has duly issued me with a check that is in dollars, and you say I can't sign on the check.
I'm saying that you and your
the banks have given me the check.
You and your bankers,
I'm fascinated by
your bankers can issue gold-plated dollar checks. They are useless. I'm telling you. Under the NDC, they are useless. It is the reason the dollar is somersaulting against the cedi. Very simple logic. People didn't know this. Look, the gold board has not even started bringing in liquidity.
You remind me of.
Do you understand what I said?
Yeah,
I said the gold board has not even started bringing in liquidity.
Yeah, they haven't yet. Yeah.
But there is enough liquidity within the
economy
Adongo, you remember, that we are maximizing.
Remember in 2013?
Yes.
When the dollar depreciated very sharply,
yes.
The BoG governor at the time did a fascinating press conference where he announced, I remember this policy, that what you announced, insisting that it's going to happen.
Yeah.
That you in fact, he said,
Dr.
Wampa. And he said there's a limit you can withdraw from your own
at the time
forex account.
So we are learning government.
No, but you say
we are learning government today. You can't do that.
But Mr. Adongo, let's stay there.
Yeah.
So the BoG governor, Mr. Wampa, in your previous administration, didn't say that you cannot withdraw, even then when we had a crisis of depreciation. He said there's a limit.
Yes.
The law hasn't changed, has it? Have you amended that law?
I am saying that there's a notice to that effect that the banks know.
That what? You can't touch your dollars at all. You can't take dollars out of your
to
account.
people over the counter.
But that contradicts that position.
We are not in Iwampa's era. We are in Dr. Siama's era.
So you're saying that not even limit zero. You can't take any dollar from your own dollar account.
Dr. Akwa was allowing you to take any amount of dollars.
No, it placed a limit on what you can withdraw.
That is Wampa.
And that wasn't sustainable.
I'm saying that is Wampa. That said there was a limit.
But it didn't even work with the limit. You remember?
But today is working.
There was a backlash.
But today is working.
Eventually, they had to roll back that policy.
I'm saying today it's working.
So if the limit didn't work, why do you think a zero withdrawal of your own dollars will work?
Because it's working. Or you don't want to wait what is happening.
What's the evidence that it's working?
The evidence is that the dollar is no more 17 cedi.